Okay, Montgomery, here's and Hepborough. Here's the sheet that you want to have for this. This is the licks in G for colors, and the first one goes 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And where would that appear? That would appear in the melody, which is the other sheet that you want to have. And that it says bar 2, and it says bar 2B, and that means you have a second bar here in this version. That's the second bar is. So you want to just replace that bar now with this. And slowly it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3. Excuse me, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So it's that's a replacement. That's using this bar instead of this, instead of playing it. Instead of playing that, you're playing. Okay, that's the first little lick in here. The second one is an 8th note lick. It's a whole bar, 8 notes of 8 notes, and it is the second one on this tab, and it goes. Takes you to the next measure, the first note of the next measure, that G note, string 6, fret 3, and this is one where you want to be alternating your pick, alternate down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And all you're doing there, in case you didn't notice, is you're playing this, you're playing that essentially backwards, starting with a G. Starting with a G on string 6 or string 3 fret open. You start with that. Do a little toggle here at the G, A, G, back to the G. Up to the E, back to the G, and then back to the E. So you're just playing all the notes of a major pentatonic scale there, every one of them. That's the My Girl scale. So if you plug that in now, and all you're doing is just plugging this in, you would plug that into bar 3 of the original melody, and now putting those two together, you would, that is the 2, bar 2 that we just played, that's this. 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Putting those two together, you have actually, I just played the third one there because I'm so used to that's the way you were going to play it. It sounds nicer, but you also need to pick practice for down, down, up. So I'll do that again, and it's. Excuse me. See, that's why I do it the other way. I need to pick practice. See, so I'm going down, up, and you're working that in to replace bar 3. So now instead of playing that, you're playing. I insist on doing it that way, so we might as well show it. That is the third variation you see here, which is just the second variation, but played with pull-offs. So I'm going string 3 open, and then pulling off at fret 2 to open, and then I come on string 4 fret 2, the E note, back to string 3 open, the G note, and then come up and pull off string 4 fret 2, the E note to the D, and go up to the B, and then land on the G. So we actually end, the final 3 notes are the chordal notes, the chord triad for the G chord, which is G, B, and a D. That's the notes that end in reverse, D, B, and G. Lands on that G chord, so it's nice and solid. So to play that, you would go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And you have so now you would play that, and this is the stretch exercise, because you want to play it slowly and make sure that the timing is right. You're now playing, instead of playing this is the original, or the first version, we'll call it the original version is this. Stop there because everything's going to be the same till this week. Well, we'll throw in some variations there. So we have and instead of playing that, you're going to play this. All right, so that's the second or the first variation, I should say. There's two. There's an original and first variation. You have other variations as we go along. So work on that. The important thing, once again, is your timing. And you don't have as many strums here. I substituted that, but you also want to try to, at least in that first measure, play it. And we'll go there onto the C chord this week. Okay, there's a lot to work on, a lot to perfect. You wanna perfect that, and you're probably not going to perfect it in time, and that's the reason we don't have a 5-week course, because before the next one starts, we'll have a chance to just work on this so that you can play it at 3 in the morning when you're woken up and when I'm just going to bed. So, all right, I'll see you next week.